Okay, so last month I did a video there on problems and finding yourself and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go back into that. I'm just right now down by the lake. It is very nice down here at night. I come down here because I don't really sleep much. Um, I figured, you know what, I got enough time left over. I'm gonna come down here because it's peaceful, it's calming, it's relaxing. You know, just take your time and stroll, more or less. So, let's get back into it though. Okay. You may have 99 problems, okay? There's always a fix for them, okay? Do what I do, okay? I may have problems, but I go and isolate myself at the end of every week. And you know what I do with those problems? I take them and I get a sheet of paper and I seclude myself in a room for about 25-30 minutes. And what I do in that time is I write down all my problems, I put them in a bubble, okay? Because one problem can turn into hundreds. We all know this. Like I was saying in my last video, you have the good road and you have the bad road. Without the good road, you ain't going nowhere. Set yourself milestones. Put yourself somewhere where you're not going to feel alone, you know? Where you're not going to see a beneficiary, you know? Where you're going to see it fit well for you. Where you're going to put yourself to greater use than being stuck in a jail cell because you decided to have a big problem with this guy and basically that problem led you to getting arrested. So think about that. Okay? It's almost like this. Think about this. You got two magnets laying around. You may even want to try this. Okay? There's a positive and a negative on a magnet. Okay? Those positives, you put positive to positive, it don't stick. You put positive to negative. It's almost like that old saying, is it not? For every positive reaction, there is always a negative reaction. Now you take those positive reactions and you do something with them. Those positive reactions are going to get you further than those negative reactions. Those negative reactions are going to run you down into a dirt hole where you're never going to be able to get out of because you're going to have to dig out of it. Think about it. You bury yourself in a hole. I call it the ditch effect. You're standing at the bottom of a very, very deep ditch. You're standing up. You've got two pieces of plywood on top of you. One of those pieces of plywood is your problems. The other piece of plywood has a door in it. And that door leads you to getting out of all those problems. Like I was saying with my last road. Like my last video there. Like when I'm doing this every month. But like I said, it's a once a month thing. You just got to get it out. Okay? So with those positives and those outcomes in mind, you also got to think, okay, put yourself against someone. Put yourself somewhere where you know you're going to fit. Put yourself somewhere where you're going to know what to do, not fight against it, you know. It's beautiful down here tonight. But, yeah, put yourself somewhere where you know you're not going to, like, if someone's going to go and try and push you and shove you, you know, you could swing, but that's a negative reaction. You know what? Okay, fine. You could just say to yourself, okay, I can hit this guy, but what's that going to do to me? I hit this guy wrong. I don't know if he has diseases. I don't know if he has all these different attracting diseases or whatever. Okay? Those are the consequences that I'm talking about. You can always, if he shoves you, just turn around and walk away from him. You know what? Okay. I know I'm not welcome here. I'm just going to continue on my good road. You can continue going down the road of whatever. Whenever. Because it's not going to get you nowhere. Trust me, I know. So, when you got positives and negatives like that, they don't always lead to good endings. Okay? You can walk away from those problems, yes. But those problems are going to catch up with you eventually. It only takes one problem. One problem to make a bigger problem. A very big problem, actually. So, when you have an incident like that, think of yourself as someone that's going to think, okay, so I have one of two choices here. Either I can put myself before anyone else, or I'm just going to join up with the hooligans and make a whole problematic life. Now, I've seen what that can do to people. Trust me, I've seen it, and it ain't pretty. I've witnessed a lot of stuff in my life I don't open up about. I keep that stuff buried. That's one of my problems. But over the years of me being quiet and having shrinks and quacks and people yelling at me all day, I am still here. I picked up a lot of stuff off of those guys, sitting there, all full of riddled problems. I sat there, picking up information, learning how to apply it over the years. So, having all those problems bottled up, eventually it's going to be like a bottle. Okay, take a bottle of wine, for instance, or something that has a cork in it. You bang it on the table enough, eventually that cork's going to pop and you're just going to lose your marbles. Okay? So that's basically what happened to me. Cork popped, I went berserk. Ended up with more problems than I really wanted. I dug a ditch. And over the last 3 years, I have been trying to dig myself out of that ditch. But while I've been digging myself out of the ditch, I have also been trying to help other people, not just me. I put myself before everybody else, and you guys, you know, I'm here for you guys all the time. Like, hit me up on Discord. Hit me up anywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Hit me up. I'm sure as hell answer you. If you need to talk, I'm here. Like I said, I'm up all the time. I don't sleep. I barely sleep. Maybe 2 hours a night. That has to go back into one of my other problems that I'm still fixing. Is I barely sleep. I got PTSD. I got all that stuff that you don't want. The non-good stuff, okay? So, these problems, they prolonged me from seeing an outcome, an inevitable outcome to myself and who I'm trying to be. Now, it took me a long time to settle back down to where I'm able to talk to you guys, but it's just, like I said, if you go back through my videos, you can see what I'm talking about. If you were to scroll through my videos, you would understand, okay? There was a lot of swearing, there was a lot of cursing, there was a lot of anger, and a lot of problems, okay? That is definitely not who's standing before you today. But I'm trying to tell you how it is from a perspective. I'm only giving you information that I've picked up off people. People that have helped me move forward, even when I didn't want the help. Stuff like that sticks with you. And that stuff will lead you somewhere. like I said, life, you have two roads. You have the up and you have the down. You can either take the up road, well, the good road or the bad road. Okay? You take the bad road, it's going to lead you somewhere where you don't want to necessarily be. You take the good road, it's going to take you somewhere where you want to be. And I've seen that firsthand. I've witnessed a lot of stuff in my life, though. A lot of stuff that makes a lot of people wonder why I've survived it. The stuff I've seen growing up and the stuff I've been in, fights and getting stabbed multiple times, yeah. It takes a toll on somebody. When it takes a toll on you, you're eventually going to snap. That's what I was talking to you about in the last video, where I was trying to tell you that anger was one of the things that I was trying to fix. Well, it's an upgoing battle. You can fix that problem, or you can make it a worse problem. Fix it before it makes it worse, because then you're just going to pop like a cork, like I did. And that wasn't good. It's a beautiful night out here, though. Very peaceful. But when you got a positive reaction like that, don't set yourself down for something that's gonna end yourself, you know. Don't put yourself somewhere where it's gonna hurt. Don't try and make yourself seem like someone who you are not. The last video, you really didn't see my face much. That's because I know these roads and I know which roads are lit and which roads aren't so lit. In a way, I don't like to have my face shown when I'm speaking to you. Because, in a way, it still bugs me to talk about this stuff. But it's like, I don't know, like 2 a.m. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 2 a.m. In the morning. So, if you ever have issues, I'm here. And I mean I'm here. Great sprinklers.